Want to learn how to solve a cube? Well, I am here today to give you a beginner's guide on how to solve the 2x2, 3x3 and 4x4 cube, and I'm just going to be giving you guys an immersive experience. Hopefully you will be able to get inspired to learn how to solve these cubes fully. So let's get started. So first, we need to understand some basic knowledge for all these cubes in general. So you should always know that the yellow side is always opposite to white, while orange is opposite to red, and green is opposite to blue. Additionally, it is important to note how cubing notation works, as I'm going to be using this within my video, as well as the meaning behind each letter. Starting with the first and most simple cube, the 2x2, and the main thing that we should know is that we always start with the white side, as this is what is used mostly commonly in algorithms, and this is what is taught in these tutorial videos. So let's start off with the white side. So what we want to do first is actually get the, as we see, the first layer, second layer. We want to get the first layer done, and the way you do this is by arranging the white pieces first. And okay, let's, for example, these two, they're the same, right? But they have different colors here. We want to get them to a position where they get all the same colors. So you just start your way, you just, for example, you have this piece, right? This piece is the white and green as well here, white and green. Pull it up. That's one piece. And then you have to keep on going until solve all the whites. But the issue is that, for example, if you want to, like, okay, fine, this piece goes in, but now you're stuck at this position. How do you take this here without this going out? The main thing you need to know is to take it out and put it back in. That's the main way to get your way through these, complications. So what you do here is take it out, put it in, boom, just like that. Now we have the white side done. And now what we need to know next is how the second layer works. So firstly, we need to know these colors here. Like, for example, this is a green and orange piece. This is an orange and blue piece. These pieces on top have to be similar, like they have to be the same thing. So like, let's say here we have the red and green. That's one. Let's try to get to a point where it has to be two at least. If not, you'll have to perform the algorithm countless, like an extra time. But now we see here that we have an orange and green, and orange, blue. So now the right hand side, you have to perform this algorithm because these two aren't correct, right? We have blue, red, and we have red, green, and this is different as well. This is the algorithm that you have to do. I'll just be teaching you in simple notation. However, the actual notation is going to be shown in the screen. It's going to be up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, 3 times. And then you move it to your left hand side, and then you do up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left. Okay, so now you see here they have same color, everything's the same. Now what's left is just to get these two yellow pieces on top. So how we do that? We need other algorithm, and this algorithm is another one that you can easily memorize, and this is how I do it. So you just keep doing this until you get to a certain point, which I'm gonna show you. So you just do it up, left, down, left, up, left, down, and then 2 times to the left. And then here which is what you should continue doing this until you see a yellow piece here, yellow piece back, and then you do it again, up, left, down, and then at this point here is where the right hand side yellow here, and then back hand side, there we go. And this is where we do the algorithm. This is how it's gonna solve. There we go, that's the 2x2 done. Next up is the 3x3. So same thing as what we said, we want to get the white pieces in first, and we do the same technique of bringing it out and putting it in, for example. But first we need to just know how the colors work. So like we have this, for example, the orange, the blue should be here, red is opposite to orange, and green should be here. So let's get the center pieces in first. Let's keep this here for reference, okay? So we want to get the cross first. The cross you just keep bringing in the center pieces. So we already have 3 over here. We have the blue one, blue, orange, and then this red should go up here. You just do it simply like that. And we have one last centerpiece, which is this one here. Want to get it here, just do that. Now we just check from here the reference. Centerpiece correct. Next up is just to get the correct pieces corresponding to the similar colors. Like this is already in. Now we gotta finish the rest. And you know, if you wanna, for example, take this out, you just do that. Look, you do up, left, down. Okay, now if you wanna bring it up, we just bring it up. And we continue our way until we wanna, you know, get all the pieces in. We have one more left. You just bring it out, put it back in like so. And now we finished the first layer. Second layer, as you can see, this is the centerpiece, and we already, you know, we want to get it to the same color. So we got the orange, blue, and all of that. And now we need to know how to get these pieces in, these pieces over here. So the way how to do it, let's say you have this red and green, you want to bring it here, right? How do you do it? You have to put this outside, and then you perform the algorithm of up, left, down, right, and then you flip it, and then you bring it in. Look, it goes in. So you just have to keep doing this until everything is solved and the second layer is done. And for the final layer, just like the 2x2, you have to look at these pieces. For example, this is a red and green. You want to see how they correspond. So like in my case right here, we got this is the same and this is the same, and the ones that aren't the same are these two. So yeah, you pretty much do the same thing where you do 1, 2, 3, and then do this 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Look, we can see that there's red, green, blue, red, and all of this is solved. Like they're all corresponding to the similar colors. And now we have to get into the yellow pieces, just like the 2x2. So now we need to know the certain shapes this can go. So for example, this is one shape, and the way how to deal with the shape is, you know, to do this, you have to bring it like this, and you do up, left, down, right. You bring it down. Now it's in a cross. This is how we should keep it. However, if you have a situation where it's like this, you don't do it like this, you do it like this, while just performing the algorithm that, you know, the up, left, down, right. And right here, I just rearranged everything to get in the right pieces. So now what we have to do is pretty much flip the cube, and we want to do this algorithm, the same one, until you get, for example, this piece, bring it in. So let's start off to show you. So you do up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, and then you see that it went in. You keep everything, the orientation the same. You move this, slide in the other piece, and then you perform it until it goes back in. It's in now, right? So you just can simply just put your cube back up, make sure everything's corresponding, and now we have the final case. The final case can have many different, you can have many cases. Well, luckily for mine, you got, the red opposite to this, and, they're opposite to one another. So you can easily perform this algorithm. And just like that, the cube is solved. However, there are different cases that I'm going to show you right now. Let's say your cube has, these unsolved, however, this solved. What we have to do is, we have to do this algorithm where you do this with your right hand, up, left, down, right. And you do with the left hand the opposite way. So it's going to be up, right, down, left. And then you have to perform it 5 times here to the right hand side, 5 times to the left hand side, and you'll see how it will work right now. And then you do it again. As you can see, it didn't get solved, so you just do one more time, and you just keep doing this until it's basically solved. And just like that, it's solved. And finally, we have the 4x4 cube. And essentially what we're trying to do here is trying to get it to a point where we can solve it like a 3x3, For example, if you see here, we can solve this together, this together, this together, to get it as if we have like a 3 by 3. So first, we have to start off with the white side. And we want to get to the point where all the white pieces get solved, only for the center. So, we want how we should work in the 4x4 is, move it like this. So this, we can just like do that, and it's solved here. Now we have to find the other pieces. So we have one here, we have one here. We just bring it in like this, and then you just keep doing it until you get it here, and you can just just bring it all in. Now we have the white side solved. So after the white side, we have to get the yellow side solved, the center piece is solved. So we have one up here. We want to bring this up, right? So you just kind of like do this, and then you prepare the same way of the 2x2, where you bring something out to put it in. That's basically how to bring pieces in. And then we have these two, right? We want to bring it up here. We should do this by, how this is crossed, right? So if you want to just do that, there we go. You just keep doing the same thing until you get here and here. Now we have to move on with the other colors, and once again you have to know the orientation of how the each side is. So usually I start off with red. So what's after red is the blue, and then orange, and then green. So how will that work? You have to keep the white hand side here, yellow here, and we start off with the red. Okay, you have the red here, we want to bring them together. You can just do this. That's one. We have two here, and we want to bring this here. You just kind of do that. Look, you just do this, and now we have this point here. How do we bring this down? You right hand up, 1, 2, down. The right side is solved. Now we want to do the same for the blue. You just keep doing the same thing. The blue is here. And now you do what you want to do as well. You can do it with the left hand side. For example, you do like this. 1, 2, boom. Red side solved, blue side solved. And what do we have next? We have the orange side. Orange side is almost solved. We just have to arrange this. You just keep doing that until it's solved and the green is solved. So now we're going to move to the next step, which is actually solving these pieces and, making them with one another. So firstly, it's basically like a puzzle, you just have to keep going until they all get solved. So let's start off with, we have this piece, right? And we have this piece. We want to join them in together. So essentially what you got to do is to put them together, and you see everything gets broken, right? So you just, you put it in using up, left, down, right. So now it's stored here. So you have to store 4 here, and then store the rest under here. So it's gonna get everything solved, and then so we'll just keep going. And the way to take down pieces, for example, if you want to take this down, bring it here, you have to know that if it's in here, it's gonna be taken down. So for example, it's gonna be up, left, down, right. It's gonna be taken out, and we have the red and blue. However, they are in the same line. How do we bring this on up? The way we do that is just to do up, left, down, right, and then you move it, and you do up, left, down. Look, you see it's here, and you just keep going on using all these rules until you get to a point where everything gets solved. And right now I solved all the pieces here. So what we simply do is just flip the cube, and we continue going on until we solve these pieces. And now these are solved as well. So what we have left are these pieces. This may seem complicated on what to do, to get them all solved, but we just simply do the same thing. But the only difference is we bring up an unsolved piece. So essentially what's gonna happen is, for example, we want to have these to join together. You do what I said, and then what you do basically is you bring the piece to the right, you bring it up using up, left, down, right, and then you join them together, and then they're over here, right? So you just simply do this algorithm, up, left, down, right, And then you can see they're all solved here, and then you just put it back together. We have one piece. Now we do this for the second piece. For example, we have this one here. Take this one out, just do that. And now we have two. Now the problem is how we solve these, the remaining two. Essentially what you have to do is to perform this algorithm, or they have to be corresponding on the same line. So simply what you have to do is up, this is the algorithm that you have to do. And the thing is you have to as well take this one out. So you just do this and you put it back in. So it's gonna flip the orientation. And now how does it work? You put this one out, you do that, you perform what I've said in the beginning, and you just take it back in, you do that, and as you can see right now, every single piece is solved, and this is essentially like an unsolved 3x3. So what you're guessing is gonna happen next is actually to solve the 3x3. However, when solving the cube, you may face issues which are often known as parities. Luckily, in my case, I've gotten two parities, which are the ones that I'm going to be discussing to you guys. But the first one is this one, where the yellow pieces just doesn't go on top. And there's an algorithm for you guys to use, in order to solve. So it just simply goes like this. And there we go. As you can see, all the yellow pieces are on top. So the second case is where this piece and this piece are different, or it may be a case where, for example, this piece is also mixed up as well. But simply, you just need to perform this algorithm that I'm about to show you guys right now. And just like that, the cube is solved. My advice for you guys, if you really want to get into cubing, is to research more into algorithms and tutorials and whatnot, because my tutorial was just a beginner's guide. However, you can learn how to become an intermediate and then finally become a master and, really profess in the world of cubing. So I really hope my tutorial benefited you guys in one way or another, and I really hope to inspire you all. As this is, something I really inspired from. This is something that really inspirational for me. So once again, thank you all for watching, and see you next time.